So we started with him or from him,
Yes.
and the ultimate goal is to go back to him.
Yes.
Why, why God makes us go through all this, the life, birth, all this drama, everything? Why can't He always keep us with Him? What is He gaining out of it, or what are we gaining out of it by going through all this?
Yeah, it's a good question. Everybody, you, me, and everyone else, has free will. Free will means what's called limited free will. And the free will is limited to two choices. Either I follow what God says, or I don't follow what God says. So if we're here in the material world, in the material body that covers our eternal soul, in which our body goes through different stages, birth, old age, disease, and death, it's because we voluntarily walked away from God. Voluntarily. Nobody forced us. Just like today, somebody's married, husband and wife, and then their relationship goes bad, and they voluntarily walk away from each other. After making a vow of always staying with each other till death. So, use that as an example why we're here. We have two choices in life, and those choices are never going to be divided, never going to be, let's say, denied to us. We can either follow God's instructions or not follow them. And Krishna is not forcing you to follow Him, and if you want to go away from Him, He helps you. He helps you, knowing very well that you cannot be eternally away from Him because you begin to suffer. So suffering is a message. Just like, let's say, you get a disease like this, some kind of a disease in our skin. It's a message to you that you become infected by something, right? So then you go to the doctor and he gives you some ointment or something to take away that disease. So, when we're suffering in this world, especially birth, old age, disease, and death, it means that we made some mistakes. So these four things are speaking to us because we don't like those things. We don't like to get old. We don't like to get sick. We don't like to die. So therefore, it's a message to us that we made a mistake. Now, what is that mistake? The mistake is that we voluntarily walked away from God. Voluntarily. And you see that, so whatever happened in the past is happening in the present. You can say that there are people that, they grow up, and when they're younger, they're coming to the temple, and the parents are saying, Jacob, 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 and the kid is going like this, and bowing down. Then they go to school, and they become contaminated by modern education, and when the parent says to them when they're 16 or 18, Jacob, he says, I'm not going to do it. I don't believe you're supposed to. Whereas before, when they're little kids, they were doing it. And now they grew, they went to school after 12 years, and they became atheists, and they refused to bow down to God. So it's that modern education is more dangerous. Is more dangerous than war, because in war, if you're killed in a genuine war situation, you go back to Godhead. But when you go to school and you learn atheistic humanism, you go to hell. Hell in this life, and fortunately, our knowledge of hell is different than that of the Christians. The Christians have a very crazy knowledge of hell. They think it's somewhere where you go forever. But in Krishna consciousness, we know